Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. And why is it a happy Saturday? Because I don't have to work. How is everybody doing out there? It's been an interesting week. I've had lots of regular work to do. I had a presentation for a document that I had to do yesterday. And it was in front of had to give it. It was all virtual, but there was 100 people in the room, right? So it was still a little nerve wracking, but got through it and was able to flush out some ideas in direction with my document and the program that I'm working with. So it was a good time. Jeepin, good morning. You're on right away. And I think you're first. Yeah, you are. That doesn't happen often. Yes, I know you're first. What is going on in the game world? Well, if you are part of Pirate Software's Game Jam, that ended 8 minutes ago. So hopefully you got all your stuff in for it, whatever the requirements were, and it's good. We're going to take just a brief look at what type of games are in the submission were submitted, because there's probably a lot of them. All right. And this game jam was 2 weeks long. Like I said, it just ended, and this has a couple prizes to it, I believe. Yeah. So it's got some prizes, which, usually some good stuff. So let's take a look at, see what is all here. 133 entries were completed for this game jam. Some sort of asteroid game, no image though. World is watching, all kinds of stuff. Okay, Wrath of the Demon. That looks like pretty high rate. for a 2-week game jam. That looks cool though, right? Yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff. This is a neat little fighter game. Like, I'd be interested in looking at and checking out this game. And oh, I forgot my music. Let's get that on. Oh, that's probably gonna be loud. Readjust it. There we go. I thought about doing the game jam. There's a lot to it, and I didn't think I would be able to have time to try to get that done. And for that matter, the local game guild started a game jam last night. Once again, I don't think I would be able to put the time into it that is needed. The local ones are always short, right? So it's usually like anywhere between 2 to 5 days for the game jam. Ornaments, bunch. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. And there it is. All right, so Dungeon Dangers, a 2-minute roguelike, is built by Remy. So we're going to check out his game, because occasionally likes to come is in here, but another good streamer. So let's actually check out his game real quick. Yeah, Mode Remy. He made a game for it. It's right here. All right, so we have controls, up, down, left, right. So for your normal movement, keyboard, right? WASD, Frostbolt, Blizzard, pick your level up rewards, F1 through F4. All right. Let's see if we can't get it a little more centered on here, right? I'm going to sneeze. All of a sudden, like, my nose is just like, I'm going to sneeze. I'm like, no. All right, there we are. And I think he changed his, I can't remember which name is. I think it's just Remy now. Let me see if I can find it real fast. No, of course not. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out his game. All right, let me pause music in case. Let's see if there's music. All right, so no music. So I will start that back up. All right, you got to avoid the little creature, right? All right. So left click is your fire, and it looks like I got more coming. Oh, okay, this is your level up system. Ooh. Let's do F1. There we are. Do 3. So it looks like each round they go a little bit faster. Whoa. Nope, stay. Oh. All right, we're gonna try it again. They definitely go faster when as you progress on this, right? Oh, we got like characters up here. Oh, this has like multiple components to it. Oh, and space isn't working. All right, let me just restart it. There we go. All right. And yeah, cool. This is a cool stuff. All right, is the music loud? Seems a little loud to me, right? Maybe I just need to turn down the output here. All right, so cool game so far, right? All right, that was not the button I wanted. Let's do that again. And oh, no, I didn't make it. Caller, welcome in. How you doing? We are playing Remy's game that he submitted for the Pirate Jam, right? Pirate Software Game Jam. Oh, I think I did make it just in time, right? No. Okay. Remy is awesome, but your imp didn't make it in. Oh, no. We have, like these little, I don't know, hellhound looking things, right? We have a little fire imp here. All right, so we're going to do another. Whoa. No. He'll explain later. It's all good. All right, so we have tried to defeat these guys while we're waiting for stuff to spawn in. There's one. And I don't know, we'll do that one. Nope, you stay away. Stay away. Oh. Nope. Nope. I got it. No, don't touch me. Oh. Oh. That is the game. If anybody is interested in playing Remy's game, here it is. And like I said, he made it and got it in time for the Pirate Software Game Jam. So it ended about 18, almost 19 minutes ago, and has 133 entries, which is a nice turnout. All right, so where's the whiteboard? You want to draw a whiteboard? Oh, speaking of whiteboard, I found it. All right, we're gonna do a couple things. So I'm gonna get the regular whiteboard up. Let's do, this is web whiteboard. Let me get a room created here. All right, so we're going to share this link. This is the web whiteboard. There we have it. All right, now, one of the things, speaking of like whiteboard stuff, right? One of the things that was shown to me over this week was something called Pixel Canvas. This is it. Now, Pixel Canvas is a whiteboard canvas, right? That anyone from all over the country draws on. It's continuous. And you can only draw one pixel. So, like, if we come in and look at this, right? You can do one pixel every minute. This is cool. And you can see, like, whole groups of areas like this work together, you know, and really come up with some cool stuff, right? There's whole discords for people that are joining and doing this stuff. If anybody would like to wander around and check out this stuff, remember, try not to destroy other people's stuff. But here is the coordinates for this. And you can, you may have to copy it. It doesn't look like it copied the whole thing. But you can go in there, find a little section that's not really taken and draw away. But like I said, the challenge is it's only one pixel every minute, which shows the dedication and the number of people sometimes working on some of this stuff. All right, let's check out the regular whiteboard. It's Bulbasaur. That's cool. That's pretty good. Yep. And if you want to hang out and draw or whatever in our whiteboard, the link, oh, I put it in. I need to pin it. There we go. It's now pinned at the top of the chat. You can go there, kind of draw what you want, stick within terms of service, you know, all the normal stuff. And yeah, it's a good time. All right, so like we're gonna drop over into our game area and start checking some stuff out, right? There we are. We can minimize this now. So over the week, let me bring this up. Bring this over here. I worked on some portals, right? It's not quite what I'm looking for yet, but it'll work for a temporary portal. Panooch, Sophie Treat, good morning. And how are you doing today? Have a seat. Good girl. All right, so this is a temporary portal. Like I said, it's not quite what I'm looking for yet, but I'm getting there with it. Yes. Homeless was 4 bajillion? Yeah, 5 bajillion. That was it. 576 bajillion. But what I do have is, we'll open up the weapon sheet here. We got a couple weapons by Taller, who has been sending stuff and working on some things. So we got a couple different levels of crossbow, three levels to the axes, right? And I think what we're going to try to do is implement a throwing axe today and see if we can get it to work right. Banuch, you're sore. You fell asleep on the couch watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Nice. I like sleeping on the couch, but it's so comfy sometimes, especially for naps. The couch gives you the nap where like you wake up and can't remember your name. I don't know. It's just it's because it's different than your regular bed. If you fall asleep watching TV or something, good nap, you wake up and you're like, I don't even remember who I am right now. Those are always the good ones, right? All right. I did bring over one of the weapons, right? So we have a throwing axe. We're going to try to make this. I had to switch it because of just some of the way the coding's working, the direction for it. I think it works better when it's facing to the right. But we're going to see how it goes, right? Oh, Panuch, I told you. They're the Soulframe, the company behind it, put out a dev video, like a dev stream yesterday. Talked about some of the changes, some of the some new updates and stuff that is coming in Prelude 13, which comes out in like 2 weeks, I think. I'm pretty sure it's dropping on Friday the 13th in February. Yep. Edward Caesar Hans. That is a long name. You vibe coded Minecraft and made everything spheres. Excellent. That would be funny to see. A world with nothing but spheres. Interesting. That'd be kind of cool. Be like an alternate reality of the Minecraft, right? All right, we're going to create an object for our weapon here. So we're going to stick it in weapon range because we're going to make it. Oh, I already have it. Good. Oh, that was about as far as I got. All right. Let's do a create. Let's do a step, right? So first thing first, I think we're going to set it to damage. And we're going to set it to 0. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, you saw it, Homeless. Jeepin was playing last night. Is it called Just a Great Day for Fishing? I think she ended up actually really liking it. It's a different style game. That's why you're using the remotes. Excellent. A fine day for fishing. That's it. And it's a different style game than she normally plays. But yeah, she struggled for a bit. But she started getting it, and then I think she started actually enjoying the game. I think we'll see, because Jeepin, are you planning to play that again on Friday? So her Fridays, I think, are being switched, right? So I think she's doing like random games in her list that come from Humble Bundle, right? So she's going to pick a game out of Humble Bundle because we have the membership, so you get like 8 games every month. So she's going to start picking those and playing through it on a Friday, and then giving a little doing review about it, and seeing you know, what she thinks of stuff. Hey, Sophie. Thank you for the homeless treat. Thank you for the Sophie treat. Homeless meat. Not the homeless treat. No. The, the homeless treat. I know. I was like, I said that, and I was like, that was not what I was thinking, but I was reading your name while I said it. So, you know, it happens. All right. Homeless people deserve treats too. You're a good man. I know. I try. All right. Once the kink in your neck goes away, you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean that is the downside to sleeping, like falling asleep on the couch. It sometimes just doesn't sit well with the body. Nope, that's not how I spell it. Rotation speed equals 15. All right, there we go. Just punch it. Yeah, it'll be fine. Right. So, what games is everybody playing today? What are you doing today? I know Jeepin's working. Only until I think she's going to try to get out of work a little early. We're going to go to out to dinner to a winery that has like bistro, like the restaurant part of it. You're playing WoW, pushing M like a madman. Excellent. You and Homeless Junior are going sledding in a bit. Excellent. And Jeepin, more troubleshooting on problems related to this migration they did this week. It's giving you a headache. Yeah. You know, you would think to be like, hey, you started the migration. You need to fix all the problems. Like, don't dump it on us. Finish, you're staying indoors. Minus 30 there. Yeah. I would stay inside too. Maybe. I might be outside. I don't know. Jeepin would freeze though. She'd be an icicle. Oh, if X is less than, we're going to say negative 50. So it's to the left. Or X is greater than room width plus 50, or Y less than 50, no, negative 50. Y greater than room height. Jeepin to be you would be inside. You would be an icicle inside too with those temps. Yeah, probably. To the left. To the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. That sounds great. Let's do it. Room height plus 50. And then if it's inside there, we're going to destroy it. I think it makes sense, but we will check it out. to be honest, well, that's probably why I don't know it, right? Okay, so we need a collision here. Collision game parent enemy. And we're going to say other.hp equals damage and instance destroy. So what we're going to try to do is make it so that it destroys itself as soon as it touches the enemy, so it looks like it's just being repeated like a throwing axe. All right. Let's also go into weapon code. I think I started this during the week, so we're just going to double check my coding here. All right, we have the weapon, right here. It's a ranged weapon. It's using the sprite. The global project throwing axe is the ammo for it. So we're going to check it. And that's it right here. Okay. I think it's okay. Let me get my notes up too. All right. Let's try it. Let's run it. It would probably help if I told the player they had the weapon, right? So we're going to do weapon slot 4, right? Let me readjust some stuff here. Okay. Weapons 4. 0, 2, no, 0, 1. And this is global dot weapon throwing axe. There we are. So now when I start the game, you should have the weapon on them. Here we are. Let's try it. That music sounds like a phone ringing. It kind of does. It kind of does. All right, so now the player has 4 different weapons and can run around. Although the throwing axe didn't do anything. I also did not get an error code for it. I might be. So we're going to start it again. Well, all right, let's go here into the next round. Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, it's being thrown there. Yeah. So let's go back in. We'll go to the next round again. This, I think I need it to disappear. Maybe when it's trying to throw it. So there's a lot going on, right? What I think we should do is turn off the other weapons. So all we have is the throwing axe. All right, so it actually also does not damage the enemies yet. So it's continuous running, right? But they don't hurt either. So it's moving it towards the nearest enemy. If I get there, that's a little far. Like, it should be throwing it. I think what we're going to need is also I'm going to have to make a new sprite with it and try to get it to look like it's rotating. That's easier than trying to code a throw, right? Okay, so we're going to increase the distance a little bit, right? Community, welcome in. How's your Saturday going, Q? All right, let's figure this out. All right, so we wanted to increase the distance a little bit of the throwing axe. So that's down here, but I need it to be weapon type range. Okay, so the second number is range 200. That's really no different than some of the gun, like the other ones. Guess it just looks weird, right? It looks weird. Maybe I should slow it down, though. Let's make it like 30. Then we'll go back and look at it real quick. All right, come on, OBS. See the game. All right, I think the speed is a little better for having like a throwing axe. I do need to make it so that when you throw it, though, it disappears out of your hand. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we needed to do. All right. So in here, speed, we have our rotation sort of going. This is our rotation speed. Let's speed that up. And I think we're going to make it like 5. Let's see if that works. And if it actually, if I can see a rotation on it. Otherwise, I think we're going to have to design. No, we're just going to have to do a sprite with the rotation, I think. All right. These are portals. Like I said, right now I have that temporary look for a portal. This is the throwing axe. Let's add it so it instant destroys other right now. That was not the desired effect. We're just kidding. We're not putting that here. Technically, though, I don't need damage or all this stuff in here. I do need image angle, but damage should not be in here. At least for right now. Because damage should be applied here. Right? Under projectile stuff, damage. Which is 1, 2, 3. Oh, that should be it right there. Should. When let's think about this. Here, we're going to apply the damage out of the array stuff with the constructor. Instance destroy. So this is when it gets to the end of the rotation stuff, it destroys itself. Speed is probably also not needed in here. All right, let's try that. Well, it's literally just throwing the axe, right? But there's no, like, I'm trying to decide the best way to go about this. Okay. So we have global projectile weapon right here. We have our weapon itself being listed right here. And it's listed as range. So we have it working correctly to a point, right? Where is the whiteboard? All right. The idea is, let's say we have like our axe, right? Which is being held, right? So we have our guy here, like this. He's got 4 arms. I don't know why, but he's holding the axe. And I hear a dungeon. Thanks for running the dungeon, homeless. The idea is when it gets thrown, this will disappear. And you'll just see the rotation of the axe hit an enemy. Right? So this needs to go like that. Jeepin, you missed it. Now homeless will get all the loot. I know. He's a loot goblin. It happens. It does. All right, let's come in here. Let's see if we can get this. So we're going to try to take this. And we're going to put it that way. Right? Now, let's copy it and move it to here. And we're going to slowly rotate this thing. It's not going to look very good, but that's okay. We'll put one like that. We'll have one upside down like that. Make it go there. So there, all the way down there. This one should be like that. Back to where, well, I guess how many frames do we want of this stuff? It should look like that. We'll move this. We'll put this in here. All right. One there, flip to there, and then it will be back to here. I'd like to add in little white lines. Like this. 1 pixel wide though. right? So we're going to add these in, and hopefully when it goes through the rotation fast enough, it'll look like it's actually rotating. All right, let's move that up here. Let's bring open some other stuff. Oh, Homeless, are you still there? Okay. Let's go to object throwing. But this is the one that's going to be in his hand. So I don't want that one rotating. We're going to have to make another sprite. You know that axe? Yes. Right? I am attempting to try to make a little bit of a rotation to it to see what that will kind of look like. Where now we're gonna make this smaller, and we'll bring it like here. Yeah, it's throwing currently, right? So before I do it, you want to let me show it to you. As soon as OBS decides it wants to see the game. All right, so it is throwing, right? What a couple things that are not happening is right now it's not vanishing yet when on each throw. It's a little fast. We are going to slow it down. And then I want to try to make it so that it uses another sprite for the projectile part of it. So we're going to work on that projectile part now. All right. We'll take all these, right? And then we're going to paste it in here. So we get them all on the same image. Then we tell GameMaker we want to convert it to frames. And this is 5. There we are. And if we zoom, if we zoom in, it looks like they're all even at 32. So that's pretty good. We'll hit convert. And now it'll make a sprite with multiple frames. So there we have it. The animated looking axe with it. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to take that. We're going to go into player weapon here. We have our projectile throwing axe. This is not that. And we need a new object too. So object, let's do object throwing axe projectile. I think the only thing we need to worry about with it right now is we'll set up a create event. We'll do a step event for this one and make this the a draw. So draw, we'll say draw self like this. We're going to copy over some code. So that it matches, and we'll get rid of it out of here because this does not need to have it. What was that? That was in, oh, I need a collision with enemy. There we are. All right. I see the notification ads are going to go off in about a minute. When they do, I'm going to take a quick be right back. And then we'll get back to things and go forward. All right, let's run it real fast. Let's see if I actually run into problems. Oh, that was my fault. There we are. Now, let's try it real quick. Also, not working right. Well, alrighty. I mean, this is seeing it, but I think since ads are just about to go off, like I said, I'm going to take a quick be right back. I need some more coffee. If you need stuff, now's a good time to be able to do that. And then we'll get back to it. So, ads are on delay, apparently. I always hate when... There it goes. I was going to say, I always hate when they do that. Like it says, oh, your ads just started, but then it doesn't actually start. All right. I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, I'm back. That took just a couple extra moments. Arwen, the Quaker parrot, decided that she didn't want to be covered anymore. She's like, I want to be up and moving. So I uncovered her. And now she's eating and walking around and doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, she didn't want to stay covered. So, let's review what we have, right? In here, we have rotation speed, this. I think what we're going to do is turn off the rotation speed here and do this whole thing. Like, just turn it off for a minute. Then come back in here and verify this. We're using the projectile one and the sprite 4 projectile. All right. Let's run and debug this, shall we? So it's not working the way I think it should work. Why? Why? So this is the weapon, throwing axe. This is our projectile. The projectile is here. Well, how are things at work so far, Jeepin? Oh, I don't know if you saw it, Jeepin. At the very beginning, well, we have a Bulbasaur put in here. I was drawing some stuff inside the whiteboard, but I was showing pixel canvas. Right? So this is that project that, you know, that was talking about. Let me see. Can we go to the main page of it? There. All right. So this is the dead center for Pixel Canvas, right? And thank you for the dungeon, Homeless. Homeless, you would probably like this, right? So this is the main page for it. This is called Pixel Canvas. You can come in here and obviously, just like all these other people, draw random things 1 pixel at a time. Now, I'm trying not to go too far because there are some things that occasionally pop up that are not very term of service friendly. So yeah. But the cool part of this, when you see all these large designs, is that it takes, you can only place 1 pixel every minute. That's it. So some of these large designs really take time, right? Oh yeah, it's free. It's a living canvas, right? So right now there's 42 people on. And when you join it, you get to see all kinds of stuff, right? Like I said, there is some stuff that's not term service friendly, so I'm trying to scoot by it. But try not to go over top of other people's stuff. You know, you can just keep scrolling and scrolling until you find a little zone that is open, like right here, and be like, you know what? I'm going to draw a square and then draw inside it. And that could be your little world, like zone in the world, right? Or we could do something like that even on stream. We zoom out a little bit more, get past some of that stuff, like right here, right? And what you do is at the top, to know where you are, so when you come back to it, the pixelcanvas.io will have an edit, and it'll have a bunch of numbers after it. So like this, and you're gonna have to copy it because it didn't paste quite right, will be this exact spot. And that's how you are able to return to where you were, because otherwise you'll lose it. It'll be gone. And you'll be like, I have no idea where that is. There. A friend of ours, Edit, he showed it to us. And this project, I guess, has been going on for a long time. Yep. Or if you just want to freely draw, you can use the whiteboard that I have posted at the top of the chat there, pinned, and come in here and draw whatever you want. I do feel like I'm going to sneeze. Yep, I did in fact have to sneeze. All right. So the question is, why won't this work? Right? Do I need to figure out a faster... Let me turn this off as well. Maybe that will help. All right, so I'm starting to see it. It's just not right away. You got to be a little farther away to see it. But it's happening. So let's slow it down. All right, under projectile, we have object spirit damage speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's make it like a high number and see what that does. All right, not quite doing what I thought, so we're going to reverse it and make it a lower number. And make this like 5. That's a little better. All right. Come on, OBS. You can see it now. Throwing it. Here, let's make an adjustment here. The range for this to work, we're gonna double its size, right? The range. That way it'll be a farther away and we can watch it for longer. All right. Taller, if you're there, I think we have your axe getting closer to being done. So I took it, I made it have a spinning sprite. So it made it look like it's being thrown. But now we'll handle this side of it. Yeah. Let's slow it down just a little bit. What, Arwen? Hi. Like I said, Arwen is being a little bit of wanting attention this morning. She wanted uncovered early. Yeah, you have food. You do. Oh, kind of looks like, well, I mean, you're going to see the blade a couple times probably because it's spinning fast, right? Let's do cooldown. Let's increase this. Let's double that. Let's make it 60. We're trying to get the throw down right, and maybe it'll look better. I think. Oh, I think I see. Okay. Let me. I think I know what it is. I think it's the color in it, right? So this is offsetting it. Let me just get rid of that. All right, now let's go back in and see what it looks like without that. And maybe that might be a little better. Because I think it made it look like it had like a second axe head to it. There. All right. Yeah, that's it, it's getting a little better, I think, right? Welcome in, Fuzzy. How you doing? Is it? Oh, something fun. Yeah, I'm trying to make a top-down shooter. Well, top-down shooter attack, whatever, right? So we're ignoring that he's still holding the weapon, but we're trying to check out the rotation of the axe being thrown. All right, let's make it a little farther away so that we can see it for longer. Can you have a rotation basically with a transparent rotated shadow image? Holy cow, what? You All right. Let's figure out what you're trying to tell me. All right, in here you want a shadow image of the axe behind it. Right? Is that what you're trying to say? I have no idea how to do it on this. So I also need to... I can't just select... I can... There. Get rid of this. We get rid of this. No, no. God, I hate this program. Just stop and do what I want you. I am terrible at using a sprite, by the way. I am. There we go. Okay. So that will be that. But what you're talking about, I think, is why am I animating the sprite versus rotating it? I think the coding was, I was having trouble with the coding side of it for getting it to just rotate the image multiple, like as fast as I wanted. So I thought we had a better look and a better design on the sprite side of it. And good morning, Kelvar. All right, my nose keeps running. Nope, not that one. Whiteboard. All right, so we have image. This is not 10 degrees, but that's going to be close enough. I don't need a whole lot of frames to this. But we are going to take the image and copy it, right? Oops. We're going to take the image. And in this one, where do you want it? Like behind this? Offset a little bit? So it'll look like that? Is that kind of what you're talking about with the shadow stuff? No? Okay, I was just joking. It's not really what happened. Like, doodle on the whiteboard, go ahead. I mean, it does, in a small view, make it look like it's standing out more. Right? And in here, like I said, that's kind of the spin that we have for this. when we go in here, I mean, it's not looking like terrible. You can tell it's being thrown and it's spinning. And for a little throwing axe, that's kind of all you need. Okay, your drawing is ugly. Let's go. We're going to check out your drawing. It's an axe. Excellent. Looks like a old Viking belt axe. All right. But basically, the black axe with 100% alpha and the gray axe with 30 to 40% transparency. All right, so we have the black axe, which we can redo. And you want the black axe with 100% or 100 alpha. So it's way down. What? Both the same color. Same color. All right, hold on. Let me. All right, we'll delete that. Right? So we have two axes on it. Right? And we turn the top one off, and the one behind it, we want its alpha. I don't know how to set that. Outside of changing its color, maybe this. So it's a little transparent, like that. All right, so we have two layers right now. The back layer and the top layer, like bottom or top, right? This is on the bottom, the transparent one. All right, let me relay. All right, so we have layer one is the back layer, yes. Back layer one. Got it. And then the top layer is our top layer. Top layer. So right now, frame one, back layer, yes. Frame two, front layer, correct. Both of them in frame two? I don't understand what you're asking me. You're more artistically inclined for pixel art than I am. All my stuff is generic, so copy the axe from the first frame. All right, hold on. Let me turn it back on. We'll come back into the first frame. All right, so now we're in first frame. I copy the axe. Right, so now I have the axe. Then we go to our second frame. All right, and use this as the background here. I think that needs to be a little more like that. I think I see what you're asking, but won't that look weird? All right, so good morning. All right, we have axe one way, and then we moved it, and then we placed a visual behind it like that. So now I would want to do that with the second one, right? We come over here, but on the back layer, it's going to be, what do we make it, like 115? Right? So now we have 1, 2, 3. And then here, we'll take the top layer. Put this into the back, and we said this was 115. Like that. So Rainbows, how are you doing today? Is it morning or late in the day for you? Is your day going well? It's never, you won't know until you try it, right, Taller? So we just need to attempt to get it and see what it looks like, and then we'll say yes or no. In Starfish, good morning. All right, we're going to grab that one, and then we're going to come here. We're going to put this, trust the process. We're going to try to trust the process. I am doing well. we're messing around with some pixel art stuff here to try to get this axe that Taller made into a more of a rotation, right? To make it look like it's being rotated. And Jeepin's been hanging out most of the stream so far. She's trying to pretend she's not at work and that she doesn't have to do anything. So we're trying to encourage that. Let her stay. She is working. She's researching problems. So she doesn't have to leave and go do things, right? There, you're curious how it'll look animated? Me too. Me too. All right. That's how it looks there. But now, we'll go in and check out what it is in the game. How's that? All right. OBS always takes a moment to see the game. No, I think it looks fine. I mean, you can still identify it and see that it is, in fact, throwing a axe that spins, right? Yeah, Jeepin unfortunately can't drink coffee. But that's all right. Homeless, you got 99 problems and broccoli is not one? Yeah. It needs fine tuning. Yeah, on how good it turned out for a prototype idea. Excellent. I think so, right? All right, let's do this. I'm going to open this back up. We're going to copy each one of these, and we're going to move it into our sprite sheet, right? No, don't do that. So we'll get rid of those. And then we'll bring this one in, and we'll give it a little bit of space, and then we'll say this is our throwing axis. So this is now the sprite for this. Nope. Dang it. How did I copy both? Oh, I did it in the same layer. Well, yeah, I did it in the same layer. All right, there we are. Now we'll just copy the bottom layer. So it is just like that. Right there. And then we'll do our top layer. So we'll do this one at a time. That way we can just have a nice sprite sheet with it and not really worry about it, right? Taller, because the 5 frames you currently have looked kind of like they are not rotating the same amount per frame, if you know what I mean. I think. All right, so now, oops, it needs to go there. I'm probably doing it wrong still, or am I not? I am. Yes. Because I copied them all into the same sprite layer. Oh, well, I'll mess with that later, I guess. Yeah. I am not very good with a sprite. I use it. I'm not very good at it. Mostly also because of the way I copy things over. It drives me nuts when they're on different frames because I don't like if they're on multiple layers, right? I flatten it to copy it into here. So it's just the way it works. That's all. All right. We're going to put that like right there. Then we're going to copy this one. Like that. All right. There. Those are our throwing styles. Yeah, merge, flatten, merge. That's usually what I do when I need to copy it, like over here, because I want to capture the whole spot at once. All right, but for it being sort of a draft style, I think it works okay, right? It's a little dark with the background, but I do plan on having different room backgrounds, like the tile sets that are there. So I think it'll be fine. Oh, let me minimize that. I mean, you can see that it's rotating, right? The axe is being thrown. Yeah, your idea of that shadow image behind it worked out pretty good, right? So, I mean, yeah, it may need a little bit of fine-tuning, but I think it turned out nice. It just, you know, took me a few a few moments to understand what we were trying to do on it. But yeah, I think it turned out nice. Yep. Nice. Welcome in, Brent. How was the rest of your stream? Conrad, welcome in. Glad you're hanging out with Brent. All right. So what we were just working on, rather quiet, horrible stream who never talks when you're locked in. I mean, have you met some of us, Brent? We zone out, and it's okay. we zone out sometimes when we get locked in on what we're working on. It happens. You can't always sit there and be chatting, right? Yeah. You can't. It's all right. So what we were just working on is this weapon, throwing axe, right? So we were making it so that it holds in your hand but then throws. I haven't made it so that it vanishes from here yet, but we were working on the rotation of the axe. And what I think we came up with was something like this. So it has double images to it. And then that's it on a rotation. All right. And the way I have this set up is I have a regular like the weapon you're holding as just a player weapon, but then I have a projectile for that weapon if it's arranged, and the projectile is the axe, and that's what we were working on, trying to get the rotation to look proper, that kind of stuff. Jeepin, you need to lurk. Got to get at this work and put out the flames. I know. We had slight problems with the language barrier. I don't know about this is that. I think it was more so I just don't understand pixel art as well. You need to give yourself more credit, but we got it, right? So Taller here has been designing these different weapons, right? So we have the throwing axe, then we have a second level axe, and third, and then we have our crossbows, right? And the bolts. And so we took that, and that's what the player is holding, and made it into a rotation, which is a separate set of sprites to be able to do the throw. That's all right. We'll fix the bolt. Right? So that's where we're at. And like I said, the player is going to hold up to 4 weapons. So if I turn on all 4 weapon slots and give the player some stuff, this is kind of what it'll look like. Brent, what you could do... Hold on, let me get the OBS to capture the game. And come on, OBS. There it is. This is it. When you have all 4 weapons going, right? You're like, I am the master of multiple weapons, and that's what you get to do, right? And these are some new temp looks for the portal, which you go through. You'll be in the menu system, and then you can go to the next area and just keep going on it, right? And that's kind of where we're at with stuff. All right. Let me get caught up on what you said. Brent, you said what you could do if you wanted to was just add a rotation amount to an image angle and it will spin. I did try that. I failed. I was trying to do that here, and it did not work the way I thought it was going to work. And so I was like, you know what? Let's try to make a sprite with the rotation on it, right? But I tried. this was what I was coming up with. Oops. And I was like, well, it would throw it, but not quite like rotate it. So I couldn't get it to adjust properly. And I was like, all right, we'll just make a sprite for it. Let me turn this junk back off. All right. It didn't rotate. It would just throw out, and it was the actual solid axe, and it would only curve towards the enemy. It didn't actually rotate. Yeah. But that's all right. I mean, we have it so that it is working. This is, like I said, this is kind of where we're at with it. No, right now it's not. The origin point of the original axe is down in the handle here. That was Taller's idea. To take the previous image and make it a transparent version of it. So each one has the one before it sitting there. Yeah, it turned out nice. I think, right? And that's it. So, Brent, how did the worm come out? And what are you making the worm for? I forgot to ask that. I was just so excited. I was like, oh, it looks like a giant sandworm, but without the sand. You know, like I forgot to ask what it was for. You're thinking of making it a boss in the game. Excellent. And I don't remember. Do you have anything you like an itch page yet for it or any of that stuff? And do you want to share it? If not, you can share, I don't know, Thirsty Princess or any of the other stuff, whatever you want. Feel free. Edge of Madness. The worm isn't in it yet. Okay. Here we are. I like that we're working on top-down sort of shooters at the same time, right? But this is his. Much cleaner than my stuff. That's it. That's it. And I believe Conrad was in there. He was, I believe. Aren't you? If you're still here, Conrad, aren't you working on a top-down shooter too? I know we're all doing the same stuff. Conrad, aren't you working on a sort of a top-down shooter as well? It's not a shooter. I mean, how about, I don't know what to call them. Top-down game. How's that? Yeah, just top-down bros. That's it. But your skill tree stuff is like what I'm going to be trying to work on and implement. Rhythm action RPG, but it's a giga tall statement. Rhythm action RPG. So do you have to do actions based on the music or something? What is it called? Metal Hellsinger. This game, Metal Hellsinger. Yes. Okay. Yes. If you hit the beat more accurately, you get combos. This is a super fun game, right? Called Metal Hellsinger. As you go through it, you have to fight and shoot an attack based upon the beat of the music, and you get combos with it. That is such a cool thing. Have I planned out my skill tree? No. No. I'm not even sure how I technically want to do it. I don't know if there is a skill tree per se, or if you're simply choosing the skills you want for the next round. Right? Because I want it like this. I want panels. Right? You have a prototype? Sure. I want the panels, and you can choose your stuff, right? But I'm trying to decide. I don't know if there is really a skill tree. Well, there'll probably be a skill tree. Nice. All right. Yeah, and if you've never played Metal Hellsinger, you should. And thank you for the dungeon. I'm going to join you on the dungeon. You should, right? It's totally right up the same alley of what you're designing, where it's to the beat. Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, you know, it's like 3D style, but you have different weapons, and so you shoot based upon the beat of the music, and then as you're doing it, you get better combos for the like higher points of damage. So, all good stuff, right? Yeah, all right. So in here, this is where I was talking about the panels, right? So in between each room, you're going to be here talking to this guy who's helping you, right? But then you have panels, and the first set of 3 are going to be skills, and you have to choose one. Then your weapons, so you'll get to choose a new weapon or an additional weapon and one. It depends on how much currency you have. And then an item. So, and then you'll be able to continue to the next round. Yeah. Ads are going to start, by the way. I could probably use a little bit more coffee. So when they start, I'm going to be right back. I already uncovered R1, so this break should not be as long because somebody was up. A little bird, Quaker Parrot, wanted to be up early this morning, so I don't know. All right. Like I said, ads are going to go off. I'm going to grab some coffee during it. So this is a good time to get up and stretch and do whatever you need to. And then we'll come back and get to it. Right? And ads have not been going off on time. They've been delayed a little bit. So I guess we'll wait and see when Twitch decides to do this thing. And go from there. All right. There they go. All right. I'm going to start that. Be right back. I will see everybody in a moment. Okay. We are back. What's up, Sophie? Starfish. Thank you for the Sophie treat. All right, you have to sit. We'll pick it up. You won't pick up off the floor. I know. You got it? All right. That's all right. She'll be done with it. They're only like, I break the treats in the smaller parts. She'll be done with it pretty quick. All right. We were working on the axe. I think the only thing to try to reiterate and answer your question, Brent, I have not really started on the skills. The only thing I've done is I made a whole bunch of like sprites with colors to start representing the skills, and that's kind of it. She knew you were waiting to press the button. She is. poor girl. She only has like 4 teeth anyways. So it takes her a little bit, but she likes munching on these things, these treats. Yeah, I was thinking about tomorrow, right? Or like I want to work on it, some of it today. I need to read through your documents. Oh, here. I need to read through this and figure out how you have things being set up. Right? And then to kind of go from there. So I have sprites for the skills. I'll make some objects probably for them. The example provided shows how it's set up. So you can just copy that and read the comments too. The example. Oh, I never even looked at that. All right. Is it big? Do I need that in its own project for me to look at? And Ultra Remy, good morning. Sophie Treat. Are you done with that one? You ready for another one? All right. There we are. That was it. I was trying to remember. I was going to tag you earlier, like shout out to you, but I couldn't remember your stream name because it's changed so many times. I was like, I don't remember what it is now. But, yeah, fair. I know. Okay. Yeah. So I think after stream, I have a couple things to do, and then I'll be back here working on some stuff. I want to check that out. So I will look at your, not only your setup instructions that you have here, right? But I will install the demo that you have in a different project and take a look at it. Yeah, it came with 2 files. One is the example demo. The other is just the library. Good stuff. Yeah. I will message you if I have questions. I know you'll probably be sleeping, but you're just answer whenever. Because tomorrow I think is going to be starting to try to work on the skills, so we can try to get some of that down, at least the flow of it, right? Maybe only have 1 or 2 skills there. So I can start going into the menu, having options to pick the basic, like the mechanics of the game down. At least that's my goal, right? Yeah, I think that's going to be how it is. But yeah, Remy, I was showing your game earlier that you submitted to the Pirate Software Game Jam. And I was looking at the Pirate Game Jam. There's 133 games that got submitted to this. So definitely some cool stuff into it. And there's yours. All right, let's visit the whiteboard. Do we have new drawings on here? We do. This looks like a very, very frustrated Jeepin doing some work. Yes, that is her day right now. So. And yeah. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to try to work on for tomorrow is going to be some of this stuff. We have, whoops, the weapon for the throwing axe working right. We have it so that it sees the projectile. It's now grabbing the projectile and throwing it. And then it's coming along pretty good with it, right? So like I said, I have all 4 weapons turned on right now. Let's start the game. Give it a run and test it again. Like I said, for whatever reason, you were experimented on and you have 4 arms, right? That's why you can have 4 weapons. So each enemy drops one of those green things, which I'm calling like an essence stone. I don't really know what to call it, but it's an essence stone, right? So it gets gathered up here. When you defeat all the enemies, these little portals show up, and you have to choose which one to go through, right? Because it is also based upon where you are in the grid of the map, right? So we'll say we'll go this way. As soon as you go into it, it brings you into a room, which is going to be the menu system. So this guy's helping you, the stick figure here. And the first thing you'll do is pick a new set of skills, right? Then you'll be able to go through and do a set of pick a weapon. And if you're already at max, right? So if you're already at your 4 weapons, you have to pick one and then choose one to swap it with. Yeah, I think that's the idea. Then you're gonna pick your items. You're only gonna be able to hold like 1 item. Then whenever you're ready, you go ahead and hit next round, and it takes you to the next room. Now we went to the right, and we have 3 choices this time. Why? This is the one we came from here. This is another room we get to go to, and that one's above us. And I only have the 2 rooms, so I can't go to the other ones because it'll just crash. But right now you can go backwards. You're not going to be that way for forever, but comments of encouragement. Good morning. How are you doing today? Jeepin is popping in and out. She's at work, but she did draw a little thing on the whiteboard here. This is her at work. She's a little frustrated. She's blowing things up and zooming through her work. And that's kind of her day. Yeah, that's her day. But if you have not and you would like to draw, the whiteboard is at the link is at the top of chat. You can click on there, come in here and join it and draw pretty much anything. Just keep it inside term of service. But that's it. Or if you like to draw, we have, I was told about this. It's called Pixel Canvas, right? This project has been going on for years, and it's a always live canvas. And you can come in and you can find a location that's not covered in something, and start to draw, right? One little pixel at a time, like this, like a VHS, but it's one pixel for every minute. So, you know. And this is this link, but you have to copy it because the second half of it doesn't show up after the comma for a link. Yeah, so it's a cool thing to zoom around and find. There's thousands of drawings in here. And Brewer, good morning. How is things going? Did you get your coffee this morning? Are we talkative this morning, Arwen? Yes. I know. Arwen is here being very talkative. She wanted uncovered early this morning and is thinking that because I'm talking and there's nobody else here that I'm talking to her. You did excellent. You're going all right. Saved your hot water pipe from being frozen. Excellent. Redeems give Arwen a blueberry. I don't have that redeem. Do I, Arwen? I know, I don't. She does go crazy for that stuff. Well, you mean the hot water pipe is your hot water pipe is frozen and it's not unthawing easily. Got it. Yes, it's okay. They do. So I think what we're going to end up, not really sure. Right now, we have this with 4 different weapons. Yeah. Hopefully, Brewer, you'll be able to figure it out. Get that thought out. It should be. I mean, it should be all right. Do you have a lot of snow still or any of that stuff where you are? We have no snow. But we have cold weather, just no snow. It got to like -7 last night. Okay, we're not that cold. It's hitting maybe like 20 at night, and then during the day, it's currently going up to like 40. Well, today will be 45. However, it is going to be going up. So at night, it's starting to get a little bit warmer. By the end of the week, or by the end of next week, we should be in the mid-30s at night, and then like 50s during the day. 50 to 60 during the day. So that will be nice. It's 32 during the day and 19 at night for you. You're supposed to get more snow coming, though. All right. We have nothing. It's one of the things about here. We get some snow north of here, but not right here. So I don't know. We're in this like little pocket, right? It's partly because of like the way the volcano system is. It just goes around us. So, The mountain next door, like over here, gets a bunch at the top sometimes. But this year it didn't really get a whole lot. But like I said, just north of here does. It's odd weather when you live in high altitudes. It was real pleasant. 30s yesterday, nice. Big sunshine, no wind, pleasant walk, excellent. Well, another couple weeks, and we'll probably get back to doing some off-road trails during the day. Probably no camping for a little bit, because most where we go camping gets cold at night, and we don't have a winter tent, so not yet. We'll get one this year, but all right. Let's actually, maybe we should start some of the skill stuff now. Well, I want to look at the demo first and see how it's set up. So we'll do that after. I'll do that later. All right. The way this is going to be set up, and let me open it so I can show. Where is it? All right. That's the rooms. Right? So I was drawing this out. I wanted to go through this, and this is like where you start. And then I was like, okay, I have to figure out a grid numbering system. So this is what I came up with. You're happy to talk me through it now. Yeah, I was a little worried about not understanding it while hanging in chat or on here. But Brent, if you're sticking around for a little bit, sure, let's do it. All right. I have your system installed, right? So I have the skill tree stuff all here. Yeah, all right. Well, that'll work. So let me minimize this. Let's move that out of the way, because I got stuff everywhere. There we go. All right. I have no idea what we're calling it, but we're going to call it like skills 1, skills 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's just the sprites that I made for it. I don't have objects yet either, so the idea is, like I said, when they come in here, this needs to show those skills, and you're going to have to pick from it. And I still haven't figured out whether or not I want to do a traditional leveling system and you move up in the skill tree, or you simply pick a new skill for each new round, right? But I think what we'll do is we'll start with the traditional tree. And when we already have the essence stone, which is what you collect during the game, right? That's what's dropped from the enemy when you defeat the enemy. So that's both like a currency Yeah, it's kind of like the currency of the game. All right, in here. So in objects, I can sort of bring it out, but it covers all my screen. I see we have object skill tree and globals used. So if I remember, you were talking about setup, getting started. Let me open this and let's take a look at skill tree, right? Oh, all right. Let me download it. All right, hold on. Yeah. Let me close this. Let me save this and commit. I haven't done that yet today. Oh, right. So go through. Let me. Where did I put it? All right, so I need to go back to your page, but I need to be. Oh, let me find your itch page. Hold on. I did not download the demo, so. I was thinking like your demo was just your video of showing it again. All right. Yeah, I'm pulling up your itch page again. And I got to do that on this browser because I'm not signed in with the other one. Hold on. Go to library, easy skill tree engine. Take me to the download link. There we are. Demos. We got it. Taller, is there a fill tool on the whiteboard? I don't know. Let's check. While we're waiting for that to download real quick. Whiteboard. It may not be. This is like I'm using the free one, so it may not have that option. Pen, highlighter, eraser, smart drawing. Smart drawing? I don't know what that is, but lasso. Lasso. No, I don't think there is because of it just being like a free thing, right? Oh, more tools? Yeah. It's probably hidden behind having to sign in and all that stuff. You drew stuff. Excellent. Is that yours? Is that what you drew? Excellent. All right. Let me get the demo. Brent, do you recommend me putting the demo into this open project or doing a different project? Like opening it as its own project, probably? It's probably the best, right? Oh, it doesn't see that as a thing? Dang it. I gotta start one and then open and then drag it in. All right. We'll go to new, blank game, skill tree demo. Let's go. All right. Man, it's so empty. Import. Do it. Import it all. Wait, what? The following package resource has the same name as existing project resources. Damn it. Choose if you want to replace. Oh yeah, all right. So your skill tree has room 1 in it. I'm just going to replace it. It's a brand new project. We don't have to worry about it. Yeah, import. There we go. All right. We're in here. There. So now is this one? It's a demo, so I'm assuming I can just run it. Right? Let's just do it. Let's just see what it does. All right, and we have errors. Okay. Sound effect group not reading. Okay. Object game dot ag sound effect. Well, I don't have it. Do I have sound effects? I don't know. I guess not. It should have. It should have all. Can I go to audio groups? Sure. Where do you have audio groups in here? Sounds. Player combat sounds. Is audio how do you what's tools audio? Okay, I was like, I don't do audio in here very much. Tool audio groups. Holy cow. All right. Audio group default. For the purpose of this, let's create a new one. Okay, so add new. What was the error? This. It said object underscore game dot ag sound effects audio group loading ag sound effects. All right. Add new. Okay. All right. And then we just do add new. Or is that add assets to it now? No, go back to the old one. All right, old one. Highlight all these. And right-click. Move to AG sound effects. Okay. So now, that's what we got. All right. There we are. Let's pause the music. So when, let's say these are the enemies out here, you come up here, and this has stuff that drops out every time you hit it. It's going to be similar, except this gets dropped every time you kill an enemy. Yeah. Oh, we got another error. Okay. So this one is, let me find the thing in the way here. This is part system create level up. Not set before reading it. For the PS level up, the part system. All right. So part system is showing it in object place, visual effects, right here. Oh, I see. I did it wrong. Hold on. You just want part system. Part syst, like that. Let's find all of those. So it's all visual effects stuff. But just I'm probably just gonna break it, aren't I? So the whole visual effects system. All right. I feel like this is just going to confuse me now. So sure. All right, just hop into the Discord onto the on-air waiting room. Welcome in, Brent.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Sorry about all these bugs, my lord. I didn't think this was.
So you were secretly just having me test your bugs. Is that it?
Yeah.
You're like, now we get some bug testing in.
Well, no, because I sent this to someone else, and he's like, "Yeah, works fine. I'm able to do all the things." So I was like, "Cool."
All right, Starfish. I hope you have a great day.
Right, so this particle system object. So,
I mean, do you want me to start it
um,
again and see if if it gets it?
have we? Wait, there's an object called object place VFX. I think what we can do is just find it and delete it.
All right. So this, though, that we're in, just delete
Yeah.
it, or do you
Delete
like?
the entire object. So in your asset browser,
Yeah.
look for object place VFX.
All right. You want me to delete it, or just rename it?
Oh, well, I mean, if you want, you can just look through the code anywhere where it has this object and just comment that out if you don't want to delete it.
Oh, I see what you mean. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Control Shift F. So we're going to do object place visual effects. Find all. All right. It's only in a couple places, anyways.
Mhm.
So we have two of them here. Oh, let me share.
Yeah, so just so I would just comment out that line 23 to 25.
All right. I'm sharing on Discord. Let me rearrange so you can see it a little better.
No worries.
There. All right. So line 23, that way it's in real time for you.
Perfect.
Line 23 through 25, we'll just comment that out.
Yep. Oh, where's the next place that has it?
Same place. That was line 24. And then line 100.
Yeah, so just that whole with clause, just comment that out.
Just the with part, or like the
maybe
function.
Just the with clause. Like let it call the function, it just won't do anything.
Okay.
Like this is like really not important. Yep, cool. All right, let's try that now. Hopefully this doesn't F up. All right, so basically the idea is you hit the guy, you get XP, and you use it for your skills.
Right. All right.
Yeah, so you've got a skill point.
So we go into here.
So this is just a default skill tree. There's all this UI to sort of help you, but you can disable it all with like the U key.
Okay.
Like the things on the right can show you what you can do. So say for instance, if you press the O key, it'll flip the skill tree sideways or upside down or sideways. Like
it just changes the orientation. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. If you press the P key, it will change the direction of the description panel.
Oh, I see.
So you can so you can choose where you want that to go. The skill point allocation mode is to make it so that do you want to spend your skill points when you click the skill? Do you want to spend it after holding it down for a few seconds, or do you want to be able to like put pending nodes in, and then when you're happy with the way you've placed them, you can hit accept, and then it will spend all your points. So there are all these options that you can have in the game.
Gotcha.
But for now, you've got a skill point, so you can put it in one of your abilities. Cool. So now you have an extra stamina. Let's get a bit more XP. Or if you can't be asked hitting the practice dummy, you can hit, what's that there? Shift and plus.
Oops.
Oops. Another bug?
Yeah. So I was just about to say, I kind of like how like you hit a direction on the player and it keeps moving a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So this is now the melon switch bug.
What? For- If right, for switch, if ID equals I
Did it
melon
not
switch.
import correctly, maybe?
Maybe. Wait, can you highlight that if ID equals lemon switch and then look for it? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so go to your room one.
Okay.
Double click that switch on the right hand side. It might be on the below layer actually, because it's like a floor switch.
All right.
Wait, that's called iMelons. Oh wait, iMelon switch one. Actually, can you double click the melon switch?
Okay.
Maybe rename it from iMelon switch one to just iMelon switch. I don't know why that's showing as one. Okay. Um,
Now we try again.
try again, I guess. Like that switch is not important. The switch just makes the dummy like
Yeah,
attack
I
you a few
accidentally hit it
times.
because, like, I was just about to
Yeah,
say, I
no,
kind of
no
like how
worries.
you with the moving, like the movement,
Oh yeah,
it glides a
yeah. I
little
had a
bit,
lot of
so it
fun
goes a
making
little
this
bit
guy.
past. All right. All right.
Let's put in some points. All right, so the skill on the bottom left, what's that skill again? Increase base attack damage. Okay, so just to demonstrate what it can do, right? So put a point in that
Okay.
and close the menu. Now hit the dummy again. So now you're doing 3 damage per hit. So basically all that
Okay.
skill has done has increased your physical attack damage. And if you go into it again and put another point there and close it
Okay.
and go back. So now you're doing 5 damage. So basically this ability is increasing your attack damage every point you put into it.
Gotcha.
So that's like the most basic thing that you can do with the skill tree. But we can try. So the other skill that was to the right of it. So do you see on the top left how you have 3 stamina points maximum?
We're inside the.
On the outside of the menu. But if you look at the top left, there's like
Okay.
the hearts, the mana, and stamina. So
Oh,
you've
okay.
got
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
points of stamina. Now
Right.
let's put a point into the third one. Into the other skill.
Okay.
So is it that one says increase max stamina by 1?
1. Yeah.
Yep. So you do that and then close the menu. So you can see now you have an extra stamina. So
Oh,
it
that's
can be
nice.
used to, yeah. So it can be used to permanently change or alter variables that exist elsewhere, such as player health, player mana, whatever it is. Um, okay, let's go back to the skill tree.
All right.
The third ability there, just on top of that, so you can't unlock the ones
Oh,
higher than
they don't
that
see
skill.
it. Hold
So,
on.
oh, okay,
Yeah. Thanks, Remy. It was not seeing the game. Give me a second. There it is.
cool. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the 2 skills on the bottom, they're like your rank 1 skills. So you can get them because they're like right at the bottom. If you put your mouse over the icon with the guy dashing,
Yep.
so it says here all requirements are met on the bottom left-hand side. That's because
Okay.
it required a certain amount of skills in the rank 1 abilities, which you've spent. So now you can put a point in this one and you can unlock that. Now, when you unlock this one, you might, did you notice how the row above that has
Yeah.
become lit up?
Yep.
So that means you now have the ability to spend points to unlock these abilities. But now that you've unlocked the dash, why don't you just go out of this and just check the dash out?
Okay.
So if you press, I think, are you using a controller or
No,
using the keyboard and
I'm on
mouse,
the
right?
keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's spacebar to dash, or is it right click? Oh no, I think it's spacebar. Like whilst moving,
Yeah.
maybe? Alright, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Movement's a little odd, but so like when I press D, it'll keep moving for about 2 or 3 spaces past it.
Really?
Yeah. So like as soon as I let go, like I start moving. So I'll be walking, I let go of it, and then it goes for about 3 or 4 paces past it.
Huh. Okay. That's odd.
It's also
But
maybe it's just for me.
yeah, because when I run it on my end, I don't have that issue. But that's fine. That's not important. So you've seen that you've got this new ability. So the skill nodes can also be used to unlock a completely new ability for your character.
Okay.
That's just another example. So let's go back to the skill tree again. Now, what do these abilities do?
So we have increased base attack speed.
Yeah, okay, so that makes his attack go faster. This one does damage when you run, like dash through an enemy.
And then
Yeah, and
stamina
this one,
regen.
all right, cool. So maybe you've got a few skill points, so why not put it in like one in each? Maybe press Shift plus and you can get like more. There you go.
Okay.
So now you can play around with them. Yeah, you can put one in all of them. Actually, why don't you put like max out all the left one and you can see the difference. So now when you attack the melon again.
All right.
So see how it's like a minor difference, but his attack is a lot faster now.
Yep.
So it's like
Does this work
a
better on a
stat.
controller? Is that the
Oh, I mean, you can use whatever you want. Like, it's fine.
All right.
It works with both. So yeah, so now you notice that your attack is faster now, and when you dash, you've got that regeneration skill, so you'll regenerate stamina faster. If you want, you can play around with the last ability and then see what happens there. Oh, I think. Oh wait, no, there it is. I think it was lagging for a second.
Yeah, it's lagging. It's doing some weird stuff.
That's fine.
So we come in here. What's
so
this
now
one?
that last ability, it says
Press the
so
dash
this one's
button
just an
at the
up.
end of your dash. Oh, okay. So you get to do like a chain dash to it.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that you can give yourself abilities and upgrade those abilities, and you can give yourself stat bonuses as well.
Okay.
So you play around with the chain dash, and then we'll move on to something else. So if you hold like left and just keep spamming triangle or dash or something. Oh, maybe if it's delayed a bit, it might be a bit hard.
So I have to hit it before it ends it.
Yeah, so like at the end of the dash, you just basically press it again. Yeah, there
it goes.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I think my visual's a bit behind, but I heard, yeah. Okay, cool. So that's like basic stuff. Now, if you go back to the skill tree.
Okay.
And press which one? Page down.
Pitch down.
Yep.
Oop.
We go back one.
All right.
Okay, here we are. So this is introducing like basically what is it? It's like locked nodes. So if you highlight the bottom one,
Okay.
actually, let's put 1 point in this. Sorry. So that reveals the next ones. Now, if you just highlight either the left one or the right one, you'll see an icon which is like, oh, okay, never mind. So by clicking this one, you've locked yourself out of the right path.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so when you highlight that node, it'll show like these lock symbols on the right side, which means when you put a point in this, it's going to lock those nodes. But yeah, so now you've got these abilities. So wait, which one is this one? This one is your attack will deal fire damage. So
Yeah.
when you hit, it'll be red. What's the one above it?
Looks like lightning. Whoops.
Oh yeah, when you strike with the last hit. That's fine, you can do that. So now, so what's basically changed is, oh, and yeah, here you can see that it scrolls up. So there's more skills than what fits on the single page.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
you can scroll up with the keyboard, you can scroll up with the mouse, you can use a mouse wheel if you want to use a mouse wheel. That works too. I think that parry ability next to the one above the lightning one is pretty cool. If you want to play with that, that's like to parry the enemy attacks.
All right. So we have that one. Okay.
Cool. So if you want to test the abilities you just unlocked, you can go and touch that button on the top right.
This one up here.
Yep. And then when he starts shooting at you, you can press the shift key to parry his attacks. You know, with it. Yeah,
Face it. Come on.
It takes timing.
Yeah, it's lagging
that's
for
the
me,
end. You
but
have Oh, I find it really strange that it's lagging. Like I hear your movements and then I see them happening like a second later,
that's how I see it.
which is
Yeah.
oh for real. Oh wow. I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It is acting like it's lagging though.
That's so strange. Okay.
So if we're in debugger,
Well, okay, you know what? Never mind. We don't need to play with all the abilities because all you need to do is know how to build your own skill tree.
right.
So let's go to we can close this if we
Okay.
want to. Now go to objects.
All right.
Manager objects.
Okay.
And oh wait, that's not it. Where is the skill tree object? Oh, sorry, at the very top where it says skill tree engine.
Okay.
Now objects. Now object skill tree.
All right.
So this object is what you'll need to drag into your game project.
Yep.
And this basically manages your skill tree.
Okay.
Now, if you scroll down to, so keep scrolling. This just tells you what all these variables are used for. So stop.
All right.
See where it says, oh wait, where are we? Scroll up a little bit more at the end of the create. Oh yeah, so see how it says add your skill trees to the skill tree array in this block. So I'm using these functions called tree create lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3 to create my trees. And it's kind of like, I guess I've structured them like a lesson to show you how to build a skill tree. So go to the first lesson, like middle click that function.
All right. Hold on one second. I totally, I do this when I get into conversations. I forget that ads exist. Ads are rolling on stream. But
no worries.
we can talk through this. I just
Yeah, okay. Before we move on, I'll just tell you what happens here.
yeah.
So, where there are these three functions, lesson one, lesson two, lesson three,
Right.
this is where you'll put your function when you create your own skill tree. And as part of this, I've got a section to help you build your own skill tree. And you can add that to this part in this block here
Okay.
to basically make your own skill tree. So I guess whilst there are still ads, do you have any questions about what you see here?
No. Well, sort of.
I
Okay,
think
so like the title here, this is where I'm putting mine, right? So I don't know, we'll call it
correct.
like 8-bit skill 1, right?
Sure.
And it needs to
Make
be,
the
so we set it up like it's like this, right?
correct. So
Okay.
you're basically going to be making your own function that will set up your skill tree.
And where is this being called, and where am I identifying what it does?
Yep. We'll move on to that. Is the ads over?
No, it still has like a minute left.
Oh, okay. All
So
right. Well then, okay. So whilst that's okay, I'll explain that. So look at the scripts in Easy Skill Tree Engine.
look at the script in EV skill tree engine.
Yeah.
Which script?
If,
Item
let's see.
function? Oh no.
No, none of them. None of them actually. I think maybe it's not in the engine part. Scroll down to scripts here. Oh, here we go. So skill tree and item creation code. So I've made this script called skill tree creation, and
Okay.
all those functions, so lesson one, lesson two, and lesson three, are in here. So you can make your own one if you like. So in the skill tree and item creation code, just make a new script, and you can call it 8-bits skill tree or something like that.
Oh, I have to do it. All right. We're doing GML. Don't scan for the project. Yes. And is this going to be? We'll just call it. I don't know. 8-bit skills.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So in here, we'll have to do a few things. So one is create a skill tree. And then the next part is to create skill nodes. So the tree is kind of like a canvas,
Okay.
and the node is like sticky notes that you put on your canvas. So why don't you just put a comment in here and say create skill tree? It'll be a comment, like just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then beneath that, just make another comment and say create skill nodes.
Okay.
Cool. Put some space in between them. Cool. Okay. So how are the ads looking?
Ads are done. So welcome back, everyone. Homeless. Are you on fire? Is that what we're saying? You're on fire. If you're outside, yeah, I can understand. You're probably frozen. All right.
All right. So before we make a skill tree, let's look at the basic one that we've made, like that you were looking at before. So if you scroll up, oh yeah, so middle click that tree create lesson one.
Okay. Nothing happens with it.
Oh, it doesn't take you to it?
No, it actually looks like all this stuff lost its coloring.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Do
Well,
you use
scroll up one.
Code Editor 2 when you do this, or are you on something different?
No, I'm on the original, the OG. That's probably why.
Yeah,
Um,
I may have to save it. Let me do that. Let me save this. Let me close it, and we'll
sure.
reopen it, and then go back into the demo and see if it color codes it better. So yes. So
Okay.
now it is. So now it's under the color. It sees it. If I middle click it, it takes me to it. Okay.
All right, perfect. So this first part here where you see lesson 1 equals new skill tree, that's the constructor to create your tree. So it's, what's that? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 lines of code is what you need to create your skill tree.
So that
So
part.
yeah, so you can
Gotcha.
copy that.
And welcome in edit.
And we can paste this in your 8-bits one under create new skill tree.
All right. So
if
on
you go to your
before I paste that, on chat with me, is, if I can spell your name right. Let's see if I did it. There we go. Is Brent, who's this is his skill tree engine that we're taking a look at, and we're going to implement it into the top-down game that I'm working on.
Hello.
Both of you are from Aussie, and
Hey.
you're both. I know it's a huge thing, but you're both on the west, east side, somewhere. So, getting a lot of Aussie group in here now.
Hey.
All right, so we're gonna copy
Team
this,
Aussie.
and we take that over to mine.
Yep, and just paste it under create skill tree.
All right.
So what we have here is we're creating a new skill tree, and we're naming it lesson 1. But you might want to name it like offensive, defensive. Like that's what I did in my game. You might want to call it magic, physical,
something. Yeah. So for now,
range.
we'll call it skill 1.
Okay. How about tree 1? Because
tree.
technically, yeah, we're building the tree here.
Okay. So tree 1. All right.
Yeah. Cool.
That's not something you already have, right?
No.
Okay.
That's not something I have. So you can also, so the first line there is the so where you see lesson 1 in the string, this is
ID.
the ID for your tree, which you can call it tree 1 as well.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So the next line is the description. So how you want to, like, if you wanted to display the description of this tree somewhere, you can.
Okay.
So you can say anything you want. 8-bits example tree or whatever you want to do. You can say how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood if you wanted to.
Yep.
Okay. So the next one is the orientation. If you want it to be bottom up, up down, or horizontal, you can pick that here.
Okay.
And you can change it later, like just by pressing a button. But if you want it to be vertical bottom up, you can do that too. The layout, you can pick either layout.standard or layout.symmetrical. If you pick symmetrical, it will lay out the nodes in a way that they're always centered amongst the center axis. I am burning the midnight oil edit. I'm still going, yes. Let's see. And then the next line, as I've commented here, is the direction of the description panel. So if you want the if I can talk properly, the description panel to be on the left side, you can put left or right or top or bottom. And the background is, so the background, it's basically a sprite. So what do you want to be behind the skill tree? I've just got my thingy there.
I see.
Like
Yeah.
my default one. Yeah.
Okay.
And and the 3 to the right of that is the image index.
Oh, okay.
So, but you can put, so that's pretty straightforward, right? Like
Yeah.
that makes sense to you? Great. So now comes the fun part. Let's go back to lesson 1 and copy the first ability, or maybe we can just examine it. So you can read this like, well, now or in your own time if you want. But
Yeah.
basically it says the lessons that you learn in this skill tree. So say for instance, if you want to learn how to position a rank and or like how to position a node, that's in this skill tree.
Okay.
Immediate effects. So things like things that happen immediately as you level up the skill, that's called an immediate effect. You can learn that in this lesson. Stat bonuses. So like we saw when we leveled up that button, that very first skill, and when we attacked, we did more damage. That's a stat bonus.
Gotcha.
Overrides, I don't think you'll need that, but it's something you can do. Descriptions of your skills, formulas. Okay, so let's move on to the first node just below this.
All right.
So this is called the one that we saw, sharpen blade.
Yep.
Let's copy this lesson 1.
So it comes to here. Okay.
And let's put that in your skill node. Yeah. So, but instead of lesson 1, we're calling it tree 1. So we're adding a node and we're giving it an ID. So this is the first one is an ID for your skill. So I named it like L1
lesson
0.
1. Yeah.
Yep. And the reason why I called it 00 is because it's like rank 0 and the first node on the rank. So I used 0 and then a way to describe it. So I just put attack. You can name it anything you want. You can call it skill 1, anything you want, but I used like a convention that I came up with myself.
Okay. Yeah, it makes
So,
sense.
yes.
That's just like the location of where it is.
Yep, perfect. The next word, the next line is its name.
Homeless is attempting to try to redeem ukulele. I don't have a ukulele.
You're a
Homeless.
few hours too late, mate. If you came in earlier, I would have played you. I would have sung you to sleep, my friend.
One of these times, I have enough channel points for him to do it again at some point, and it will happen. It will happen.
Too good. Okay, so the next part is the fun part. So do you see where it says 0 and -1?
Yeah, right here.
So what that is the position of the node on the tree. So if you put 0, 0, and it's a vertical bottom-up tree, so see at the top where we've created our tree, we've called it a vertical bottom-up orientation.
Yep.
So 0, 0 would be rank 0, which is the very bottom row, and order 0 is the very center of the tree. So because this one is
All right.
-1,
let me pull up something and maybe I can use it as a visual for this. I think I was working on. Nope, not that. There we go. Okay. So,
cool. All right,
is it showing up on my
example,
page?
Right?
Hold on.
Oh, yep.
Where did the browser go? Come on. Sometimes GX doesn't want to show. Oh, it's not showing up on. That's why. Hold on. I needed to open with GX browser. There we are. All right. So this was sort of how I was drawing out the idea of what things were going to be, right?
I think this is a perfect example because your very first rank at the bottom starts at 0, 0. It's in the middle and in the center, right? So let's go back to our skill tree engine and make this ability. So well, if you want to change the name and ID, you can.
Yeah, for now it's fine.
Okay, cool. So change that -1 to a 0.
Okay.
and then that will be now at the very bottom center. So if you had used 0, 1, then it would be one position to the right, but
Gotcha.
0, 0 is in the center. The next one, the number 5, so this is the max level of the skill node. So
Okay.
if you want it to just be a maximum level of 1, you can do it 1. If you want it to be 100, then you can level it 100 times. So it's completely your call what you want to put here.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll just say like 2.
cool. Yeah, so now you can level this skill up 2 times. Now the next one is the sprite, excuse me, that is going to represent the skill.
Okay.
So you see, like I use the sprite skill icons, and you got that sword and the green arrow.
Right.
So you pick your sprite, you pick your image index, which is the 0 to the right, and that's what puts the picture there.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the next one is a macro I'm using called skill node default cost. So this is how much the skill costs. Now, the default cost is 1 skill point.
Okay.
So if you're making a skill tree kind of like Diablo 2, where you get a skill point and you put it in your tree, you just leave this as default cost. But you might want to change it to say 2 skill points or 5 skill points or uh, 5 skill points and 5 gold. So you can have multiple costs as well. So
Okay.
say for instance, if you have premium abilities that you say you can't unlock this until you get this rare item, and you can set the cost to be like that as well. But for now, just we'll keep that as default cost.
Okay.
Um, Now the next line, this one is a bit tricky. So this is the immediate effect for this skill. Um, Now this is just a blank array, which means when you level up the skill, nothing happens immediately. But if you wanted it to, you could say max HP plus equals 1, and then give yourself some extra HP or
Okay.
something like that. You can't write it like that. Like there is some special notation you would have to do, which is in the examples, but that's where you would put the immediate effect.
Okay.
The next one, where you see attack damage linear 2. So this is your stat bonus. So while you have points in this skill, you will always have a stat bonus of whatever is in here. So it says attack damage linear 2. Now, what that means, so I've written it as linear 2, but you can also write it as in the form of a function, which you'll be able to see in the examples. But when you see linear 2, that just means every skill point will give you an additional 2. So at
Okay.
level 1, you have +2 attack damage. At level 2, you've got 4. At level 3, you've got 6,
Gotcha.
etc., etc. Yep. But this one only goes up to level 2 because we've set the max level to
Yep.
2. So you'll be able to get a maximum stat bonus of 4 from this ability.
Okay.
Um,
That makes sense.
Yep. The next one is level overrides. I hardly ever use this, but basically what this says is, say for instance, you've got your stat bonus at linear 2, but say for instance you say, okay, at level 3, I don't want it to be 6, I only want it to be 5. You can put in an override and say at level 5, give this value instead.
Gotcha.
So it's based, yeah, but you don't need to use that. I hardly ever use it. It's just there if you need it.
Yeah.
And then the last one there is the description of the skill. So what you want the players to read when they're highlighting the skill.
Okay.
So in this one, it will say increase base attack damage by, and then see how it has those braces and attack damage inside there.
Yeah. So that's pulling this, and it'll
That's right.
show the linear 2, right?
Correct. Yeah. So that means, so if it's on level 2, then it will say increase base attack damage by 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it basically replaces that with the correct value. So you've made your first skill tree. If you want to see this, let's go to back to our object skill tree.
Okay. And welcome back, Jeepin and Trisp. You're running late immediately into lurk. I appreciate the lurk.
Hey, Tris.
uh,
So,
thanks for stopping in and Jeepin. Hopefully work is going okay. All right, so we're back into objects skill tree here.
yep. So where you've got 8-bit skill 1,
Yeah.
change that function name. I think it was called 8-bit skills. I think you called it.
It's just 8-bit skills. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Skills like that.
Cool. Yep. And you can put a semicolon at the end. And then just below that, where you see set a tree to be focused.
Set a
see that
tree
just
to be.
beneath?
Oh, right here. Yep.
Yep. So replace what's in the string and set focus tree with tree 1.
Okay.
All right. So let's hit play. And let's go to our skill tree. You can hit tab, or yeah, tab will open it.
All right. Oh, I see. Okay, so now it's only showing my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first one that we said. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you can still look at the other trees. You can use page up and page down, or
To go to it.
look
I
at the other
gotcha.
trees. Yep. But this is our tree that you've just made. So at the very bottom, because we used rank 0 and order 0, we've positioned this first node at the very bottom of the skill tree.
Okay.
So
looking at the skill tree, when you're going up, the ones that are -1 are going to the left of the main branch.
Yep.
And then the positive one will be on to the right-hand side of the main branch.
Correct. You've got it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you want to try and shape it? Like we can make a whole bunch of skills like that will just do the same thing, but we'll get the shape. So you sort of learn how to do the ranks and orders. So we can copy this one. Paste it beneath.
All right, we'll set this one.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say, like you're doing now, you have to make the names unique. So you got tree 1. That's. Oh no, sorry. You only need 1 tree.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so you need 1 tree, but the node. So you're still using tree 1. You don't have to change it to tree 2, because we're basically sticking these nodes onto tree 1.
Oh, I see. Okay. So this is still tree 1.
Yep.
That's still tree 1.
But the ID, see where it's got L100 attack.
Yeah, that's what needs to change. Okay.
Correct.
So up 1 would be the first one.
Yep, that's right.
So and that goes up by 1. And then this one would need to be 1 negative.
No, that's. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, you are, because it goes. Yep,
if I'm branching it, right?
Yeah. Although, so we've just changed the ID, but you have to change the actual rank and order, which is the 3rd line. Do you see how there's still 0, 0?
Yeah. All right. Here, let me make one more. Whoops.
Yep.
Okay. So now we changed the ID name, but now we need the order to match it, like the middle pieces, right?
Correct.
Okay. So this should be 1, 0.
Yeah. Correct.
This one should be 1, -1. Or you know what? Let's do 1, 1.
Well, one second. Can we look back at your your picture of the skill tree.
So it is 2. So this should be 0, 0.
Mhm.
This should be 1, 0.
Yep. And then the next one up should be 2, -1.
Yeah. So this should be, to make that row 2, -1. This should be 2, 0. And then 2, 1.
Yes, correct.
All right. So we have 0, 0. Then we have 1, 0. And then this should be on the next row of 2, -1. So let me adjust this so it matches it. Whoops. And then this should be 2, 0, which will put it in the middle.
Yep.
And then we just need one more, and we'll do the right hand one. So this will be 2, +1. And that should start the right hand branch.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. So we'll just do it. It'll look the same because I'm not changing any of that, but we're just going to go ahead and start it. And that way we can identify the look of it, like the shape of the branch.
Yep. So you can just hit tab. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Look at that.
Yep. So we had our 0, 0. Then we have our 1, 0. And then we have 2, -1, our 2, 0, and our 2, +1 to start the tree branches.
Yep.
Nice.
Now, one thing you might want to do as well. So see how they're kind of far apart, but I think you probably like to look like what you've done. You want to bring them a bit closer together. Is that right?
Yeah. What is there padding or something, that a spacing that you have set?
There is.
Okay.
So you can close this. Now, if you go to the Easy Skill Tree Engine folder on the right,
Okay.
go to Scripts.
All right.
And Macros. So there's all these options of things you can do, and they're all commented, so you can see what they want, what they do, and what you want, so you can adjust it. But let's go to where is it? We want something like rank the line 54.
Okay.
Skill node buffer ratio. Maybe let's make that like 1.5 or 1 or something like that. Maybe
we could try 1.5 and see what it looks like.
Yeah, sure.
Now, what all is that one affecting? Okay, so that's affecting not the left and right spacing between these, but it's affecting the up and down ones. Yeah, the vertical.
Now, what you could do, wait, is there a macro? I think there might be a macro for order as well. So you can set the macro order, like the buffer, like we've just done. But when it comes to the order, you can, so where we've gone like -1, etc., or 1 or 0, you can actually make the order -1.5 or -1.8. So the ranks should always be a whole number, but the order you can have an offset. So see how in your picture they kind of veered off to the left and veered off to the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if that blue node is 2, -1, then you can make the node above that 3, -1.5,
Okay.
if that makes sense. And then have them going off at an angle like that, and then 4, -2, and then 5, -2.5, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
you do it how you wanted to do it. I just wanted to let you know that you can do that with the order. So the order doesn't have to be a whole number.
Gotcha. Okay.
Excellent. How do you feel so far about that?
Where do you have what the skill point? So this is based off of XP.
What is, sorry?
So like when you're here, this is based off of this being XP or the item for the skills.
So basically what I've done here is, I mean, you can have it however you want. All I've done is as an example to show you can make it that when you reach a certain level, you get a skill point. But you can do skill points however you want. You could say,
Okay.
you could use your essence as skill points and say, all right, this skill costs 20 essence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So however you want to do it is how it, like, if you design it, like, you can ask me and I'll tell you how you can do it. But all you need to do is imagine, use your imagination,
Yeah.
figure out what you want to do, and then
Okay.
we can make it happen. But for the time, like, but yeah, you can just basically give yourself skill points, and access the
Where
menu however you. Mm-hmm.
in your code in objects, where do you have that part?
Sorry, which part are you after?
Okay, so let's say I want to make it so that the essence, the number of essence,
Mm-hmm.
like is equal to whatever your
Yeah. Okay.
skills. Like
So
where would I go in your code here to find that?
okay. So let's treat. Okay. Do me a favor. Go back to the game.
Okay.
Now go to the skill tree menu. Now, do you see on the right hand side it says adjust gold, and it says like control plus minus.
Adjust gold.
It's
Oh yeah, I
above,
see it.
up
Yep.
from there. Yeah. So give yourself a ton of gold. Now let's treat
All right.
your let's treat gold as your essence.
Okay.
Okay. In this is called gold, but you can call it whatever you want.
Sure.
Now scroll over, press page up.
Okay.
Now these skills here, well, they require level 18. So give yourself a whole bunch of levels just by pressing plus. I think if you press Alt plus or something like
Shift
that, it might
plus.
make it even faster. Um,
All right.
but no, just plus for player level,
Okay.
and go to level 18. Okay, so put a few points into this sol file.
All right.
Okay, now the one below it to the left, if you highlight that one, see how it says costs 1 GP.
Okay.
So I'm just using gold GP, but you could use whatever.
Right.
So even though, and you might notice as well, so even though the item is called essence or gold, it doesn't have to say gold. You can have like ES or EP or GP, like whatever you want to put.
Okay.
So what we need to do is establish where we're creating gold and instead basically replace that with essence. So if you go to the objects in the Easy Skill Tree engine.
All right. Let me. Oh, did it close it? Okay. So objects, easy skill tree engine.
Now, I've
Oops.
created an object here called object globals used.
Okay.
So open that one. You don't have to use this object, but this is basically saying I'm using these variables for my game, and they should be created before the object skill tree is created, because it
Gotcha.
will read from these. So I'm using object a global gold. You can put in global essence or whatever you want to.
Okay.
And then what you need to do is, um, what's the best way to show you? Can you go back to the lessons, the skill tree lessons?
In the game,
No, sorry, just the code.
skill tree.
I think it was that one, this creation code. Okay, so scroll to the very top.
Oh, in here. Okay.
Now, yeah, so this is the lessons in the skill tree. We're looking for cost. Now, lesson one doesn't have anything about cost. So can we collapse lesson one at the very top? Yep. Actually, just function skill tree. Yeah, close that one.
Okay.
All right, lesson two. Here we go. So this one does cost. Allowing a node to be leveled for free. Wait, no, that's not really what we want. Assigning a cost where the cost pool is on an instance instead of a global variable. That's not really what we want either. So let's collapse lesson two. Yeah, at the top.
Okay.
Now this one here, skill unlock cost. So
There you
setting
go.
a non-default cost to unlock a skill. This is what we want. Now, if we scroll down to, I think the second or third skill. Yep, okay, here we go. So see where it says skill points 1 SP, global gold 5 SP.
Yep.
So in our first node that you made already, you just used a macro to say default cost,
Right.
which is just one skill point. But if we're setting a specific cost in here, you can remove the global skill points, like if we're not going to use two. So this array is, see how we got skill points and gold? What we're saying is that to unlock this skill, you need to spend one skill point and 5 gold.
Okay.
So you just want to have essence, I'm assuming. So you can comment out that global skill points 1 SP and just have, so, oh yeah, comment that one out.
Okay.
And then now this will only cost gold, but we're not using global gold, we're using global essence.
Right.
So the first part, which is global, is saying this is a global variable, and then gold, you'll rename that to essence.
Right. Okay.
And then the cost is the next one. So this is like 5 essence. And the abbreviation is kind of like if you want to use a shorter term for gold, for gold or essence, what you can even do as well. So I haven't put this in my project because I was selling it, but say for instance, if you're using Scribble as well, if you're using Scribble to display the text to the screen, you can put a sprite instead of GP and have your essence sprite, you know, that green logo?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can put a sprite there and have it say like 5 essence, and then you'll
Okay.
be able to see that that's the cost. But because I didn't want to include someone else's library in my paid library,
Sure.
that's why I didn't put that in here. So that's how you give your skill a cost that's not the default.
Gotcha.
And what you can see here as well, this one has an immediate effect. So you probably won't worry about this straight away, but it's good to know. What we're doing here, see how it says set global abilities.firewave to true? So
Um.
on line 870 and 869.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is saying that when we level up this ability, then there's a global variable called global abilities. And because it's an array, then the next column is the array index, which is, I've referenced it by enum value. So abilities firewave is basically just the same as saying like 5. So global abilities and the 5th array position, we're setting it to true.
Gotcha. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, it's just like saying that, hey, when I unlock this skill, do something. And now that we've set this value to true, then your game knows, hey, I now know this ability called Fire Wave, and I can do this thing. And then the next part there is saying, okay, I've got these 3 bonuses called spell Fire Wave damage, spell Fire Wave count, spell Fire Wave cost. So now I can reference these on my character when I'm like saying, okay, let's cast Fire Wave. And it's like, well, what's the cost? Fire Wave is now level 3. So if you look at that Fire Wave cost, I'm using Curve, which basically says at level 1, the cost is 5. At level 2, the cost is 4. At level 3, the cost is 4. And it goes so on and so forth. So the lowest it will cost is 3 at the maximum level.
Okay.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure you can figure that out. And then you've got your description underneath that. Oh, but sorry, there is another important part about this skill that you need to know.
Okay.
Do you see how after the description, when the new skill node is closed, there's a dot add prerequisite? Do you see that part near where your mouse is?
Yeah, right here.
Yep, that's right. So what that is saying is that in order to level up this ability, you need to have at least 1 level in that L320 burn skill.
Oh,
And
okay.
it will draw a line from that skill to this one.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
So
where
do me
we were when we did it, and it showed like I made a choice either to the left or the right side, and then it locked, like it unlocked
no,
it
that's not
because I
so.
chose the one below it.
You'll be able to look at the code for the locked ones as well. But let's do this. So where it says add prerequisite, can
Yep.
you copy that code?
Just the first part of
Yeah,
that.
just the prerequisite part.
Okay.
Yep. Now go back to your 8-bits one.
All right.
Now go to your second skill.
All right. So this is 00. Here's the
Yep.
second one up.
Yep. So on line 55, paste that.
Okay.
And in the string, copy the ID of your first skill.
Okay.
Yep. Now run the game and see what it looks like. So see now how there's like a line
Between them.
connecting.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you highlight that, it says requires sharpened blade at level 1. So
Gotcha.
you can't level this one up until the bottom one has at least 1 level.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can test it now. So give yourself a few skill points. So try to see how you can't level it. But if you put a point in the bottom one,
Oh, now
now
it
you
also
can level.
like it changed color a little bit so that you can see that it's active.
That's right. Yeah.
And
So
then
it's
you can
not
do it.
like
Okay.
dimmed anymore. Yeah. And because the ones above that don't have any prerequisites or anything, like
Yeah.
you can just level them up as well.
But they would
you'll set
would
up.
look identical as you with it if I set it that way.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
So that's that's probably enough to get you started.
Yeah, that'll get me started today. Give me stuff to mess around and play with. And then I think tomorrow's goal is this is sort of what we're going to be working with. So that'll be fun.
Excellent. All right, mate. On that note, I think I'll leave you here and I'll go to bed because I know I'm going to be really screwed on Monday morning when I have to go to bed early that tomorrow night.
I appreciate you staying up way past your bedtime, and this will probably be a good point for today, anyways. So,
no worries, mate. Best of luck. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Catch you, mate.
All right, later. All right. Well, this is all good stuff, right? So we're now entering the phase where we're going to start trying to work out some of the mechanics for the skill tree. And as you can see, we're using Brent's skill tree engine to be able to do that. And that's kind of what we were flushing out on how it works for the last hour here. And yeah, it'll be good stuff. So tomorrow, same digital time, same digital place. So 7 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll be get started on this. We're going to spend a little time and work on building some of the skill tree mechanics into the game itself. So that'll be good. But it's getting, I don't know, it's 10 to 11 or so. So I think it's a good spot. I'm going to stop, get a couple things done, and then I'm going to come back, work on some things, and try to see what I can get done, as well as getting in a little bit of game time. Because tonight, Jeepin and I are going out for dinner. We're going to the restaurant at a winery, and it'll be fun. So, Kalmar, holy skills, eight man. Yes, good stuff. I think so, right? I think it'll be fun. I think it's a good skill tree set, skill like engine to use, and so I think it'll help with some of the mechanic stuff. But let's see who is out there. I don't remember who all streams on Saturday, so give me a second here. We'll find somebody doing some work and head over to them, right? Let's stick with and get Jeepin to try something new, yes, but not like Lamb's Brain with Dijon mustard new. No. she will not try something like that. Just something a little different. Yes. Every time we go to this restaurant, we do something different there, right? Because they have so many items and so many like good tasting dishes that we do like to try something new. But let me grab this. We're going to visit Flames, I think. Looks like he's working on his game in GameMaker. So that's a perfect one to raid out to. And I will be, like I said, I'm going to take a little break. I'll come back, maybe work on some stuff later this afternoon. I do want a little bit of game time today. And then, yeah, good stuff, right? All right, folks, I hope everyone has a great Saturday. I will talk to you all later. We're going to go visit Flames, say hi to him, and see what he's working on. And yeah, have a good one. And I will talk to you all later. Bye now.